the Hubei government have issued the measures on supporting real economy in financial terms. This is the financial support to advance the development of real economy. First, the background. Since the outbreak of COVID-19, the operation of the businesses in our province are severely affected in terms of its industrial chain and capital chain, especially when it comes to the SMEs. Therefore, they need systematic support, financial support, to ease their financial burdens and cash flows. That's why the Financial Administrative Bureau of our province began our survey at the end of February and have issued this action plan to provide financial support for real economy. We have also been listening to the opinions of the businesses and other relevant departments. Second, our starting point is to make full use of the supporting policies of the central departments in order to reduce the cost and risks and issue loans to the SMEs and streamline the process and extend the payment period of bank loans. First of all, the transmission of central policies is important to us. We need to make more specifications of the financial support and policies at the central level in order to improve its pragmatism. In order to ease the difficulties of the enterprises, we provide them with supporting policies and a package plan. 3, to improve the coverage of financial services, we need to ensure that the provincial policies cover all the affected businesses, including IT, logistics, transportation, and agricultural businesses, so that all can benefit from these policies. Fourth, to strengthen the implementation of such policies. It needs to be targeted, it needs to have clear division of labor, and have a supervision mechanism and personnel to inspect this whole process. We have built this temporary leading group to guide the enterprises to weather out the storm. There are 9 aspects of policies. First, to make full use of the credit and capital, for example, the reloan of PBOC and reduce of PPP. Open up green channels and carry out preferential interests. Second, optimize the structure of the loans and provide special support to SMEs. We are expecting to see a major increase in terms of loans to the SMEs. 3, ease the financing pressure for the SMEs and other businesses. We would help them with their cash flow and give grace period for payment. And lower the lower the standard for approval in terms of their application for loans. 5. Expand the channels for financing. 5. In terms of the IPO, we will give them we will prioritize and streamline the process and open up green channels for ratification. 6. Insurance industry should be playing an important role, especially property and personal safety loan insurance are also strengthened. Strengthen our support for financing leverages. Identify that we will also be reducing the rate for leverage. 8. Practice integrated financial support. 9. Promote the financial business and create a favorable financial condition for the businesses. Coming up, we will be acting according to the instructions of the provincial government and use this important window of opportunities and coordinate the power of financial regulatory framework and relevant institutions. We would be mobilize the important resources and help the financial institutions and carry out service in terms of the implementation of these provincial policies so as to boost the economic and financial recovery of our province. That's all for my brief. Now the floor is open to questions. With China News Agency, my question goes to SAFE Hubei branch. What are the supporting policies to help the foreign-related businesses to overcome the current difficulties? Since the outbreak of COVID-19, the PBOC and SAFE are very concerned with its impact on the financial sector. The Hubei branch of PBOC and SAFE has been carrying out strictly the relevant supporting policies. Here are some of the work that we have done. First, open up green channels to ensure that the much-needed medical supply can go to the places where they are most needed. As of May 18th, the total number of freight through the green channels amount to the total value amounts to $36 million USD, and we have facilitated this process during a special time in order to ensure that the major projects and the resumption of work and life are going smoothly. Second, strengthen digital administration as well as online ratification and approval services. We're helping the SMEs with a one-stop service as well as international settlement, which has been widely applauded by the businesses. During the outbreak, under the guidance of SAFE, we have issued this online service platform to provide financial services for outbound enterprises. Altogether, 16 banks have issued loans to more than 29 businesses. 3, to implement the foreign currency policies. The enterprises do not need to issue the materials prior to its application. We have also streamlined the process for cross-border settlement. 4, support enterprises to conduct cross-border financing. We have a one-stop foreign bond registration service provider, and the total number of inbound capital have exceeded 700 million USD. Currently, SAFE issued the action to support the management, to strengthen the management of foreign currencies in order to facilitate the cross-border settlement for the outbound enterprises. And our administration will also be in charge of the implementation of these policies so as to make sure that all the enterprises and businesses can enjoy the benefit of these policies. We will also strengthen and improve our efficiency of work and streamline the ratification process and improve the level of convenience, implement Internet Plus and other ICT to support the innovation in banking sector and improve our level of services. We'll also support the local businesses to conduct cross-border transaction, especially those high-quality and outstanding enterprises to issue foreign bonds, so as to facilitate their financing processes. We encourage multinationals to conduct a concentrated operation of their capitals to improve their efficiency of digitalization. We will pull on all endeavors to support the recovery of the outbound enterprises. With China Daily, how does the Administration for Banking, Insurance, and Security support the development of the real economy during this special time? Since the outbreak of the disease, our administration has been acting according to the instruction of the central and the local governments, as well as the National Commission on the Regulation of Banking, Insurance, and Security, to issue and specify relevant supporting policies in order to fully support the resumption of work and production of the businesses in our provinces. Here are some of the work we've done. First, we have a very innovative organizational system. We have organized these service institutions. For example, the major banks have organized special panels on providing services, as well as teams of consultants. The Development Bank also opened up a special service sector to provide credit services to major enterprises. Second, to innovate working mechanisms through streamlining the working mechanisms, opening up green channels, and we have established these accountability mechanisms for the approval of the enterprises. Our insurance institutions have built an online application platform. 3, to innovate service models. We have been promoting special platform to provide and connect the banks with the businesses. CCB, for example, have provided services to more than 6,000 enterprises and have given out credit line of more than 400 million. These services are all conducted online. ICBC and Xingye Bank are working with the relevant departments to hold video contracting events. Some financial institutions also work with Alibaba to guide the banks to open up online service sectors, and all of the loan application and ratification process can be realized online. And the total amount of a loan issuance amounts to 15 billion. Drones are also used to conduct further investigation of insurance cases. 4, to innovate products and tools. We urge that the financial institutions study and develop new products and tools concerning the prevention and control of COVID-19. The Bank of China has issued this equity funds for the combat of COVID-19. Relevant insurance products are also developed in this process. Coming up, we will continue to lead the banking institutions and insurance companies to innovate new approaches, new products and service, so as to make sure the implementation of the package policy to support the real economy.
企业金融服务方舱建设的目的及运行机制是怎样的？然后下一步如何推动？谢谢。
How would you provide services, financial services to the enterprises? And can you tell us more about the so-called temporary platform for financial services to the SMEs? Actually, this inspiration came from the temporary hospitals during the outbreak. It's a metaphor to say that we need to provide emergent assistance to the enterprises to help them to overcome the current difficulties and recover soon, just like what the temporary hospital have done during the outbreak. The process of operation is as follows. First of all, we need to have a name list of all the enterprises with difficulties, and then we'll do a consult and make a treatment plan for these enterprises. And 3, the departments and other institutions will be providing package support to these enterprises to ease their pressure. 5, to build a monitoring system for these businesses. We will also arrange the so-called discharge process for these businesses. It's carried out in Yichang, Jingmen, Xiantao, Enshi, And there are pilot projects that have already proven to be effective. And by the end of April, 9 departments of our province have issued this working plan on opening up temporary hospitals for financial services to the businesses. Continue forward, we will move forward to strengthen our mechanisms, including the indicators, the mechanisms, and relevant supporting policies. In order for the temporary hospitals in these places to be fully completed, the regulatory committee will shoulder its responsibilities and supervise the work and see to it that this work is done in a proper way. Thank you for the question. That's all for today's press conference.